Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The question that have been asked these few days is whether the Nigerian military reacted disproportionately to the killings of soldiers in Delta State compared to the time that soldiers were killed in the north, especially in Niger State. Now, we all are here to get the full details of the crisis between the Okuoma community and Koloba community in Delta State that resulted to the killings of about 16 soldiers in Delta State. What these killers did was despicable, condemnable, and they deserve to be dealt with to serve as a deterrent to others. But in trying to deal with them, was the military disproportionate in the process of doing it to the level that the people, innocent people of Okuoma community are suffering, and many are believed to have died from media reports. Now, we situate this in the light of similar incident in Niger State in August last year, to be precise, when almost 30 soldiers were also killed by non-state actors. That is what we are going to examine, so that whatever the military is doing should be to get the real people who are culprits, so that the whole community do not suffer, the whole people do not suffer. Right now, there are those who believe that the Israel-Gaza war is disproportionate because the innocent people of Gaza, who are not part of Hamas, are being killed in the process of looking for Hamas leaders and Hamas fighters by the Israeli government. So that is the perspective we have to look at it. Because if you support Hamas, or if you support the Gaza people, and feeling that they are being wronged by what Israel is doing in Gaza, okay? What is your own view about the alleged disproportionate display of power in search for the militants who carried out a dastardly act of killing 16 soldiers trained with taxpayers' money in Okuoma community? So that's what we are going to examine now, so that at the end of the day, there should be a rule of engagement on the military operations and things like this. Because as far as this country is concerned, the way the security is, there is likely to continue to be this kind of problem, because the police are incapable, or have shown to be incapable, of handling some of this problem. Because ordinarily the problem between the Okuoma community and Koloba community ought to have been handled by the police. You could say that police must have been sidelined, or their effort had been effort in futility, that they now have to invite the military and look at the consequences. Look at the price that the nation has paid because security has deteriorated to the level that the police cannot handle it. And oftentimes the military are invited to come and rescue the situation. Now, the important reason, some of the important reasons for this is because of the reports that are ongoing about what is happening to Okuoma community, and the lesson that we all can learn on how to manage crisis in Nigeria without exacerbating already sad situation. And now, there are media reports from Arise TV and all the rest that a large part of Okuoma community in Delta states of Nigeria has been set ablaze following the tragic killing of the soldiers, with strong allegations pointing to angry soldiers in a retaliatory attack. The report is saying that the soldiers who had come to the community, who stormed the community, they are angry about their colleagues that were killed. We can understand their pain. The nation is mourning with them. But in the course of looking for the culprits, there's no need killing the innocent, because it is the same innocent, the community people, that could be able to give information that the soldiers need to get to those who perpetrated the dastardly act of killing soldiers of Nigeria. Now, according to the reports, those who are leading the operation, the operation going on in Okuoma, as I the report that I saw, were led by Major General Jamal Abdul Salam. Soldiers from the 6th Division, Nigerian Army, are said to be the ones currently in operation, conducting widespread manhunt to get to the perpetrators of the gruesome murders. We encourage them to get at the root of this problem, to get the perpetrators. However, as they are looking for the perpetrators, they ought to isolate the good people from the bad people in that community. Because according to the reports, allegedly, the community, a section of the community is allegedly being set ablaze, as reported by Arise TV, which is so sad, because I know for sure that in a situation like this, the innocent suffers because of the sins of the bad people. But taking into consideration rule of engagement and the fact that innocent people's human rights need to be preserved, it's always sad when you hear a report that there's a collateral damage to the level where the people are suffering. The innocent people are suffering because of the sins of a few young men who have decided to challenge the law. Now, according to the report by Arise, the people of the community, because they are afraid, they have already fled from their homes to Ueli for safety as soldiers continue to patrol the area in search of the bad boys who did this dastardly act. Now, you know that this incident happened on Thursday, but according to the reports, the aftermath of the attack was discovered early Saturday, with soldiers recovering 15 lifeless bodies of their killed colleague, while some are found beheaded. Others had their stomachs and hearts ripped off. I can understand, and more Nigeria could understand the temerity of these militants to treat the dead soldiers this way. There is a need to hunt them down. And the whole world will agree with the Nigerian military to hunt them down. But what is the issue right now is the response of the military, in which the civilians are said to be suffering. And it's alleged that many civilians have lost their lives. And perhaps the real culprits that did this are now hiding in the creeks where they could not be reached, while the innocent are suffering. According to the report, among the deceased were senior officers and 12 soldiers, including the commanding officer and 2 majors. This is a sad development. I was listening to the radio the other day, that was on Sunday morning, when somebody called in and said that his brother was among those that was killed, among the soldiers that was killed. I felt so bad for him. But this is the country we have. This is how Nigeria has turned to, because of our inability to manage our differences, our inability to manage crisis, and the inability of our leadership to do the right thing at the right time. According to the reports, the dead bodies of the soldiers were found scattered along the NDDC jetty and river banks, showing the extent of the brutality of the young men who must have carried out this dastardly act. Now, this is what you get when government fail, because one Delta State government failed because this is a communal crisis that have been there for years, and the Delta State government and successive government have failed to settle it, and the federal government had not done anything to deal with the issue. Today, this is what we are facing. It has now become a national issue, leading to the loss of well-trained soldiers. We know how, you can imagine what it cost the federal government to train these officers and men. They were brutally murdered by these militants over communal dispute. Now, what people are saying and what they are lamenting is just about the disproportionate application of force in Okuoma community. It's not that they are not in full support of the military going after the militants. It is about the innocent, just as some people are concerned about the innocence of Gaza, who are paying the price of Hamas attack on Israel, leading to Israeli retaliation. And they are also looking at it from the perspective that when similar incident happened in the north, that the military did not come out so forcefully the way they are doing now in Okuoma community. That's another area of concern that people are raising. Because if you recall, in August 2023, the military high command admitted that about 3 officers and 22 soldiers were killed during an ambush on East Troop in Niger State. At that time, addressing journalists, the Director of Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, added that 7 soldiers were wounded during the ambush. 7 soldiers were wounded during the ambush. And he was saying that, according to the report then, it was because of the ambush that Air Force evacuation aircraft was sent to Niger State. Because this thing happened in Shiroro local government of Niger State. Because of that ambush of those of the soldiers, Air Force evacuation aircraft was sent. But unfortunately, it was alleged that bandits shot down the aircraft. And in that report, Buba noted that on board the crashed aircraft were 14 previously killed soldiers, 7 wounded soldiers, 2 pilots, and 2 crew members. There were almost 30 people that were killed in that operation, because those who came to rescue eventually died with those they came to rescue from the bandits. It was such a sad situation. And there was an interesting thing that Buba said. He said, one thing is for sure, no one or group will strike at own troops without injurious consequences. So he was saying that there will be consequences, but many Nigerians did not see the consequences extending to the communities of Shiroro local government, as is happening in Okuoma. That is what people are saying. They felt that when it happened in Niger State, the government was able to manage the situation and isolate the bandits from the community people. And the community didn't have to pay the price for the action of the bandits. So that's why they are concerned that in Delta State, the community as a whole is allegedly paying the price of few outlaws. Perhaps the military had to examine or re-examine each response to this kind of situation, so that there will be uniformity in response to the issue of killing of soldiers by non-state actors. Now, already President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in a statement he released on Sunday, seemed to have given approval to the measures the military are taking in Okuoma community. Because in that statement, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after condemning the killings and commiserating with the military and the families of those soldiers that were killed, said that he has given full authority, that he has given the full authority to the defense headquarters and the chief of defense staff to deal ruthlessly and search out those who are responsible for this dastardly act, so that they will be held accountable. Now, with the commander-in-chief giving such order, we hope that they will apply that order, taking into consideration the lives of the innocent who knew nothing about the killing of the soldiers. That the kind of report we are getting about the innocent suffering in Okuoma could be ameliorated. And as I said, people are concerned about disparity in treatment or in response to this kind of matter. That's why people are looking at how the military responded in the killing of about nearly 30 soldiers in Niger State by bandits, and their response to the killing of 16 soldiers in Delta State. So because of this kind of perception, there is a need for military to have a uniform response so that it doesn't appear as if some part of the country are being treated or being treated in such a manner as to suggest that they want to be punished. Everybody has to be punished for the sins of the few. Whereas when it happened in another part of the country, the system only looks for those who are the culprits, the bandits. So that already we are living in a country that is divided along so many lines. Let us continue to see that this kind of perception does not continue to be our own reality as we go on to build a country that we all pray for, a country that is based on justice, fairness, equity, and good governance. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.